Hello folks, I'm Scott Grove. Today I'm here to teach you how to play acoustic slide guitar. Most of this will be blues based sounding. I've also done a slide guitar on electric guitar. So if you have that video, I would probably not get this one because it's actually going to be basically the same thing. But there's a lot of you out there that play acoustic guitar and there's just nothing else that sounds like a slide on an acoustic guitar. And this is for you guys so it don't sound all distorted and out of sorts like my other video. What I'm actually going to be teaching you is the real way to play slide guitar. Probably 90% of the people in the world actually play it wrong. And I'll be teaching you the real way, the easiest ways to do this, and the stuff that makes the most sense. I'm going to teach you how to play in this 1-hour video more than anybody will ever have taught you in your life. Okay? And we're simply going to be basing it off a couple, 3-4 chords, something like that. Chord formations anyway. So I'll be able to teach you how to get from one chord, like an A chord, to another A chord, to A again, all your different positions, but how to do it with a slide so everything flows very seamlessly. Okay, now some of the things I'm going to do is every single bit of this is going to be done in standard tuning. There's no detuning, nothing. It is only usable in a certain few things, but then again you don't want to be changing guitars if you're a performing guitarist, and I for one just hate to detune a guitar, and I will show you how to get all those detuned sounding licks without having to detune your guitar. So anyway, a couple things just to get you enticed. I'll move up close here so you can kind of see what's going on. Is your basic licks. If you're in the key of open G, I will be showing you how to get these sounds like this. Okay, so you'll be getting those sounds. Most of that was, just like I said, just some G stuff, your blues, typical stuff. I'll also be teaching you straight things such as, like this. So how to just get basic notes, the chords that you're basically going to be working out of on slide guitar. I'm going to show you how to hold this thing the proper way, and I'm also going to show you why it is extremely important to wear a slide on your middle finger. And yes, anybody that wears it any place else is wrong. You'll get in the rest of the video and you'll find out why. Anyway, so I'll be showing you all kinds of stuff. Like I said, you can play with your pick, you can play with your fingers if you want to. We got cool stuff with your fingers if you can alternate. Okay, so you'll be getting that kind of stuff. Anyway, there's a lot to go over. We're getting ready to get started on this thing. So anyway, once again, I'm Scott Grove. We're getting ready to head into this. You guys have tons of fun, and I hope you get this video. This thing will solve all your problems once and all, forever. All that buzzy noise you always get. I'll show you how to cure that. You've never been able to get rid of that. We're going to cure that first thing. So anyway, you guys step back, have fun, and we're going to knock this thing out once and for all. We're going to learn this slide guitar. We're going to kick its butt. Anyway, have fun. Okay, we're back. Apparently you've picked up this video. Congrats. Okay, I told you we're going to actually show you why. First thing, that I even wear a slide on the middle finger. You've seen all your other people put it here. You've seen them put it here. Those people, sorry, they are idiots. Okay? Yes, I'm calling all your favorite guitar players an idiot, because they are. Okay, I'll explain to you why. What do you normally do with when you're playing blues? How does the rhythm go? You've got this. Okay, how you going to do that if you have a slide on your pinky? You're not. Okay? Number one. So every guy you've ever seen playing a slide on his pinky, okay, that knocks him out. He's an idiot. Okay? You've got people who play slide on their ring finger. There's the ring. Here's the finger. You can't make that again. Okay? That knocks out the other people. They're all idiots. If you put it here to begin with, you're an idiot because you have to have a finger behind your slide guitar to dampen your strings. Okay, people try to put it on the one finger. There has to be a finger behind it. None of your other fingers can reach. So there's only one solution. This is it. Okay, I use a metal slide, which makes more sense than anything. People that use the glass ones or anything else, again, are idiots. I know I'm calling a lot of people idiots, but it's the truth. Thing is, people that use the glass slides, the Corseiden bottles, the ceramic slides, blah, blah, blah. First thing that happens when you put your finger inside of a slide is your finger starts to sweat like crazy. If you have, go take your finger and put it under some water. Run it around the outside of just your glass, a glass, just like this, on the outside of a glass. What's it do? It just slides around like crazy. If you actually have a glass or ceramic slide on your finger for more than 15-20 seconds, your finger is sweating like crazy in there. That's just what happens. And what happens is we're playing stuff like this. You're getting that vibrato going on. What happens to Mr. Guy that's playing with the glass slide? There it goes, and it hits the ground and it breaks. Okay, the guy's an idiot. Okay, so that dispels, thank you, got my slide back, all them rumors of people who play those kinds of materials use it for their slides. It sweats, it falls off, it hits the ground is hard, your thing's made out of glass or ceramic, it breaks, you're without a slide. So again, 99% of the people who play slide guitar are idiots in the way that they choose to do it. They may be great players, but they're idiots for the fact of what finger they put it on or what materials they use. Okay, a metal slide is a beautiful thing. Why? Because you put your finger in there. Again, like I said, it sweats. I've been using this one for like 20 years. Okay? This one, ooh, look at there. Yeah, you guys get right in that thing. I don't know if you can see it. There's a good shot. Okay? I'm going to turn my slide around so you guys can see this thing. I got the sun behind me, just at the right angle. Look at that. That thing is rusted beyond belief. That's what you actually want. What that actually does is holds it on your finger. When you first buy it, it's going to fall off just like a glass one because it's nice and shiny in there. You want to actually rust that thing out. If you got to pour water in it and let it sit around for a while, do so. Otherwise, just put it on your finger, mess around, play the easy stuff first, and let it rust. You want it rusted. And poor thing is, and I hate to use this reference, but when you pull your finger out of here after a while, it looks like your finger has been in a nasty place. It's just the way it is, folks. But that keeps it on there. It will not go anywhere. It's like sandpaper in this thing. It is stuck on your finger, not because of the size, but because of the rust on the inside of my finger. That thing is not coming off until I pull it off. Okay, now let's get to actually learning this thing. Okay, what I was talking about before, we've got it on our middle finger, okay? And what we want to do is make sure that it's the right size. More than likely everything will fit everybody, one size fits all type of thing. Don't get one of those little ring looking slides. Get this. It's like $3, okay? It's about 2.5 inches, maybe tops, 1.5 inches maybe. But it's just a typical slide made by Dunlop or anybody that has a metal slide. Okay, what we're going to do is we are in regular tuning. And I talked about a damper finger. What that is if what we do is put our slide on the strings, we do not push down at all. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the 5th fret, and you want your slide directly above the fret. Not behind it at all, okay? You want it directly 100% parallel with the fret, just like you're trying to play on top of the fret. So everything playing back here like you normally do is gone now. You have to be, in order to be in tune, on top of the fret for every single note that you play. Okay? So I'm actually going to angle this camera down just a slight bit and let you guys get in on all this. Okay, now we're going to make it a lot easier this way. Now here's what we got. That finger that I said is called a damper that you're going to put behind your slide. Again, you're going to put your slide directly above the 5th fret. I want you to play the D string, G string, and B string, okay? You don't have your damper on here yet. I don't want you to do it. I just want you to be able to play it so you're not pushing down. If you're pushing down, you'll get that kind of sound. I want you to do this. Now if you're playing it there without a damper, it's going to sound weird like that, because this is a natural fret where you get harmonics. Okay? So it's going to sound weird. So you need that finger. See how it's clanking? You need this finger behind it. Again, with about the same amount of pressure as you're putting on your slide. It's called a damper finger. All the stuff is gone. That's what you've been missing all this time. It just goes anywhere. I keep it just like you're holding your hand like this. I keep it about a fret behind it. Okay? So now we've solved that mystery. It should be nice and clean. Now I want you to take everything and go. Let's play in all 3 strings. And you just move your damper finger with your slide. Like I said, nothing is being pushed down. Okay, now what we actually have here is a C chord, but we're using like an A shape. Okay, so think of the A chord. This here is going to be very important. So wherever you want to play this, you're going to judge it off of the G string. Everything's going to be based off the G string when you're playing in what looks like an A formation. There's some vibrato. Very important. That's just sliding back a little bit, coming back up to the position over your fret. Okay, now what can we do with this? All kinds of junk. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get in this C chord. Okay, here is all your notes in a C. You've got this. You know that do, re, mi junk. So if you guys know that, okay, we're at the 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, 6th, 8, okay, 5, 8, or 7, I'm sorry, 5, 7, 9, okay. So again, start from the D string, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8. Play all those notes using your slide. Okay, so we're basically going to have you work on that on your own time. That is something that is great for you to figure out. Okay, now that leads us up to where we're getting ready to go to another shape, but we're still going to stay in the key of C. Okay, if you know your regular F chord, I'm going to get this guy out of the way for a second. If you play an F chord, okay, now we're going to cram our slide back on our middle finger. We're going to take it all the way up here to the 8th fret, and you're going to play the F chord again. Okay, so you've got over the E and B. Don't let the double dots fool you. That's not the 12th fret, that's the 7th. It's just the way it is on these Martin guitars. For some reason they put 2 dots there at the 7th. Here's your 12th, so don't get confused. And then just build an F chord around it. Okay? So now we're going to think of that being our C, because that is a C chord. Now we're going to take our slide and play those notes. I want you to go back a half step, which means 1 fret. So I'm going on the B string, okay? From the 7th to the 8th fret, and then hitting the high E string at the 8th fret. And doing a little vibrato. Back to the B string. Then I'm going to go to the G string at the 8th, sliding to the 9th, and then from the 9th to the 10th on the D string. So all you're doing is finishing out that F shape. And you're sliding into each note. So that's very important to remember. There's only going to be 3 or 4 of these total shapes. Then you can play anything in the world. I swear to you. Okay, so again, one more time on this, and we'll get you to move into another shape. Then everything will start falling into place. I'll show you how to piece them all together. Again. If you're getting any clanky sounds, it's probably because you forgot your damper back here. That would sound horrible. That's it, without no damper. That's what it will sound like. Okay, now you add your damper. Okay, I'm using my fingers down here to kill the strings. I'm letting those 2 ring. Then when I go to that G string, I kill it down here. Then I kill it. Okay, because you don't want none of the other ones ringing, because these are the only 2 that can actually sound good together. So I'm actually killing them. Kill it. Kill it. Okay, and that one. Okay, now for the really bluesy sound, if you want that shaky rattle sound, get rid of your damper finger. Okay, I'm going to do that at the end of this lick. It's just kind of an old nasty sound, but people like it for some reason. If you do it with the damper, I think it still sounds cool. Still get that rattle just from metal contacting metal. Again, glass and ceramic will not give you that bluesy sound there that people are used to hearing. It's just nasty, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, again, we're doing this thing in the F shape, but a C chord. Okay, that's just going back a half step. And that's only hitting the B string back 1 fret. I'll get you that too. Okay, so to get all that stuff we have just picking back and forth while we're doing the vibrato. We slid up in our F shape on our G string up to the 9th fret. I like to do a whole step or more instead of just a half step up to this C note here on the 10th fret of the D string. I like to go all the way back a whole step, meaning 2 frets. That's your 7th. That's the key to blues. Sets you up for a chord change, but I'll show you the other little things before we go to that part. Okay, I want you to go to that 7th. Okay, Okay, once you do that, I want you to go on your A string while it's there on the 8th fret. And bring it all the way up a whole step to the 10th fret. Then while it's ringing, hit the D string again. That makes your C chord. That's the lick we're looking for. Okay? Now we're getting ready to go to F. Okay, so you see how that 7th sets it up to go to the next chord. Last shape I'm going to show you, oddly enough, is going to be a D chord. Strictly a D chord. But instead of playing it way up here, I'm going to get rid of the slide again so you can see my fingers. Instead of playing the D here, or way down here like we normally would, we're going to bring it so that your middle finger is actually playing a C chord. So you've got actually a D shape, just like you normally do, but you've got your first finger at the 12th fret, okay, on the G string. You got your middle finger at the 12th fret on the G string, on the E string. You gotta watch me sometimes. Okay, so we have a 12th fret on the G string, 12th fret on the E string, and 13th fret for your C note on the B string, okay? So that's the way it's actually going to be, but now we have to do this. We have to put our slide on, and we're not playing that chord anymore. If you want to, you can bar across it and then put a finger down to remember what a C chord or that D shape looks like, but it's actually a C chord. That's our other shape. It's just that triad. Those 3 notes is what we're going to be thinking. So we can actually play those 3 notes. Have to get used to that. Let your damper finger stay right with you. We have to kill every note. Again, the key to a lot of this is sliding into the notes. It's a slide, for God's sake. So, okay, so we had C all the way down here at the 5th fret. And we had and once we got there, you're already to the other C. Right? If you need another C, here's another way to get to this thing we're doing. This C is C at the 8th fret on the E and B string. Now we're going to actually skip strings. We're going to do the high E string and the G string. We're actually going, sliding a whole step on the G string from about the 8th fret on the G string up to the 10th. And doing the 10th fret, of course, also on the high E string. We are not playing the B string. So G string and E string only. Okay, so you got that's C. So that's your C in the F shape, basically, because you're thinking of these. Now we actually just build up to that D shape. There's 2 of the notes at the 12th fret. Then add the other one. There you're back to C again. And if you know your little notes, if not, here they are really quick. There's your G and or we'll just do it this way. G, C, those are 2 notes that we normally have in the chord. Then you got your D here at the 15th fret on the E string, on the B string, I'm sorry. We have this note already in our C chord, which is at the 12th fret on the E string. Your F at the 13th fret, and your G at the 15th fret on the E string. Play those same notes with your slide. Okay, so you're starting to hear how this comes together. Those are the only 3 shapes you have to use. Other stuff will follow, and I will show you these. But those are the chords that you will base everything on. Okay, we're going to move this to the key of G now. Okay, I'm going to step back. What do we have to work with? We have G in the shape of an F chord. Play it. Here at the 3rd fret, play an F chord, but it's actually a G, right? Play it with your slide. There's that nice metallic sound. Metal against metal. You gotta love that sound. Okay, now the other thing we have in the key of G that we don't have in hardly any other key, but blues are 90% in G for a good reason. Open strings. Okay, so here's where we actually advance on in the key of G. So you have basically that A looking thing. If we was in the key of C, we would have been back up here at the 5th fret. But now we're in G, so it becomes that. You have open D, open G, open B. Okay, which is a beautiful thing. I wish I had a dot like most of you do. I got it on the side. But here at the 3rd fret. This is what we're looking for, is our 3rd fret. Okay, so we're going to go to the D string. I'm going to have you play it twice. Down, up, or however you want to do it. Don't matter on this hand, as long as you do it twice. You're taking it, basically slamming it on near where the nut is, and bringing the slide up to the 3rd fret. Same thing on the G string. They can both ring together if you want. That's okay on this one. Then we're just sliding down. Okay, to an open position. That's what we're looking for. You can just let off of it. You don't even have to slide down. Then I'm hitting both strings. Together. I'm going up to a C simply by going to this B flat, hitting your D and G string, and bringing it up to the C position. So we're going from G to C. D, and play all 3 strings if you want. All the way up to G again. Okay, so I'm going to get back to this, but I want to remind you what we're doing. We're in the key of G. We can go all the way up here to the 12th fret. Did I show you that? Yes, I did. Here's what it is. It's just that A shape again. Then that do re mi junk. Okay, and when I get up here, you'll be able to determine for yourself whether you want to use your damper or not once it gets up here. It is not a place where there is natural harmonics. So it sounds kind of cool to have that. Here it is with the damper. Without, just gets a little trashier, so it's your choice. We're looking at the F position again. If we were building, I'll get rid of that, a big F chord, but that's what you're looking at. You're going from a transition from the A shape G chord to the F-shaped G chord way up here if you have a cutaway guitar like this. That's the way to get to it. But just know that you can get up there or in any other key, whatever you can reach on your guitar, that this is available. Now there's a lick you gotta have. Okay? I'm actually going to show you this now in the key of E, just for the simple reason that, like I said, a lot of you may not have a cutaway guitar, so you may not be able to reach these. Get a cutaway guitar, folks. You'll never regret it. Anyway, because where are you going to get all this stuff? How can you do it? No other way but playing it on your lap. Anyway, I'm going to do it in the key of E. That way everybody that has a regular guitar can actually access this and get this information. So we're going all the way up here to the 9th fret. So you're just playing the same thing you always were, but just right above the fret. Okay, now here's another little lick that I need to show you in here. The rest of this is going to be just nothing but licks. You know the shapes of the chords. Okay? So it's going to be this stuff. You're in the key of E. First thing I want to show you is to finish the E, you would actually have to, if I got rid of the slide, so all we did is actually made an A chord right here on our 9th fret, and then you finish it by putting a finger here at the 7th fret on your high E string. That's what we're going to be thinking of as we're doing this. Can you see this yet? My fingers, starting to get a little bit of brown on them. So I'm not sweating too bad. There it is. There's my buddy. Told you it's going to look nasty in a little bit, but that's what you get. Okay. You've got pants. You're a guy. You wipe them on your pants. No big deal. Okay. Here's what we've got. We've got your E string that is going to be here. 7th fret. And then we're going to hit the B string also. So E string at the 7th fret, B string, then you kill it. So E string, 7th fret, kill it, B string, 7th fret, slide it up a whole step. And once it gets there, add your G string to it. They'll ring together. These are all just whole step from the 7th fret to the 9th. Same thing. I'm doing a whole step from the B again. Then doing a 7th. So going from the 9th fret on the G string down to the 7th fret actually. Then slide the whole thing up. The whole chord, all 3 strings. So you have so there's all that to be done. It's just a matter of what you want to play. Okay? So that's how you get that. Now, like I said, here's your 7th. If you're in the key of A, or I'm sorry, E, you're getting ready to go to the A note, or the A chord. Okay, so something's playing along. Okay, so we just went to the 7th, right before you go to the A chord. And well, no, what do I do when I'm playing in A? Follow it. I just played the A stuff, the A shape, which happens to be A this time. I built my way up. Now I'm in the F shape, is what I'm thinking. F shape. And I can go to that D shape from the F shape by skipping the strings again. There's that D shape. I got you there from here. Okay, so that's that. And if you've got a cutaway, you can get all the way back up to that A. Up here at the 14th fret. You can even give all the way up here to the 17th fret if you got a cutaway and get that stuff way up there. Okay, for some more fun stuff. We're going to show you how to actually get those open tuning sounds. Okay, normally, and I will show you how to do this just because I'm a nice guy. I told you this is going to be an open or regular tuning. I'm going to show you one way of doing this stupid, I can't say stupid, people use it, but there's no need to do this on stage. You don't have time for it unless you have a roadie and extra guitars. Most people that play do that and then they change their A string and their E string, but I just now tuned my high E string down to a D. Okay, now I'm going to be playing in the key of E, so none of these have changed. So we're at the 9th fret like we were before. Keep your damper finger on there, people. Give it some vibrato. It's a slide, it's part of it. It's a characteristic of it. You don't ever want it to really sit still. You want to be moving all the time. You're having a seizure, basically. But now the cool thing about open tuning, and with me having tuned that high E string down to a D, is now when I go up to that 12th fret, that's the sound everybody in the world looks for. That's why people tune a string different. But now you can't play all the other F-shaped stuff or the D-shaped stuff that I showed you. You can't do it. Sorry. Because now you would be... It's not an E chord anymore. It's an E7th chord automatically. But... that's why people tune it down that way. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get that without having to tune down. I'm tuning back up. I've got a built-in tuner here on the guitar. Lovely thing. Okay, looks like I'm pretty much back in tune here. Okay. I can shut that off. To get that, what we actually have to do is tilt our slide. Okay? So for those of you who have cutaways, I'm in the key of E. For those of you who don't, I'll show you a quick one after this. But you'll get the idea. What we're going to do is go on the G string. Okay? What we're doing is covering the 16th fret with our slide directly above the fret. On the 16th fret, we have to get a 7th, just like when that was tuned down. Okay, but we have to get it here because we're tuned normally, but we can get it. We have to cover both of those notes, the 16th on the G string and the 15th on the D string. You can do it. You can use your damper finger too on just those two strings. Till you end up back at part of your F shape. You end up at. So all you're doing is I'm sliding a half step up to that shape. You're covering both of those notes, but you have to have your slide bar tilted to do it. That takes some getting used to, but that's how you get away with it. You don't have to tune down to get these things, people, okay? And that's the only thing that those people really use that for, is to get that lick. Back with the stuff you know. But they can't get that if they're too normal. They cannot do that, okay? But you now can do what they can do. Just by using your slide bar to get that seventh. So you're looking at it like the D-shaped chord, but we're in the key of E. But we're going to a seventh. Get this out of the way so you can see what's going on. So we're just actually getting those two notes. Okay? So that's you. There goes the finger. Can you see the color discoloration? No, didn't mean to flip anybody off there, but there's the rust. That is your friend. Trust me. T rust. Trust me. If you want to get it nasty, watch what I'm doing. I'm letting off on my damper finger. It's nice to have that in there every now and then. It sounds like your old Johnson stuff back in the days. You know, everything. Man would play a blues guitar. Man, check out my slide guitar. Man, almost sound like Chappelle Show. Okay. Anyway, that's how we get that. If you don't have a cutaway, I'm sorry for you. But in the meantime, you could do it in whatever key you have to. You can move it down, and it's always going to be the same. You know that, folks. You can move it down to C. We're in C here at the fifth fret. Now we're looking at the F shape. Okay? Now we're going to build it up to the C. Now that C has to become a seventh. Take it down a whole step, turn your slide bar sideways. So using the 12th fret on the G string, 11th on the B string. It's quite a thing to get used to, okay? It's even harder when it's way down here because the frets are farther away, so your slide bar has to turn even more slanted than it is up here. Because, you know, all your frets are closer up here. Did I say fart? Probably did. Anyway, your frets are close up here, so therefore you got a slight slant. When you get way down here, you really got to work to get it, but it can be done. There, it has been done. Don't let anybody tell you it can't be done. Okay, so now we got to go over a couple things here. Again, in the key of G, where we were back here playing everything open. Okay, did I show you? I showed you. We get to this low thing here. I may not have. That is one you have to have. Okay, what we're looking at is your G note at the 5th fret on your D string and your D note 5th fret on the A string. You're just using those two, sliding up into it. Just makes for a good sounding low note if you're doing this open string stuff. See, it's just way down there. It's cool. To get to the low G note, it's a little low sounding to be that cool, but to get to it, you're going 3, 2, 1 on your G string, 3, 2, 1, but you're sliding. we pull off there. So 3, 2, open it. Sorry, 3, 2, open it on your D string. Same thing on your A string. And then just hit your G. Or you can try to slide it up there. It's a hard note to hit, really, on that low E string to get that G. Take some practicing, take some really brand new strings to make it even happen. Again, the coolest sounding one is grabbing those two strings, your D string and your A string at the 5th fret as a chord, and sliding into it. But what is cool, once you get there, where are you set up for? You're already there for the C. All you gotta do is change what strings you're playing with your pick. So you're there. Now you're in C. You're already there, you're set. So that's a cool way to get to it. So there's G, C, D, C, G. Okay, so that's how you find your 1, 4, and 5 chords if you want them really quick while you're playing slide. You can play your 1 chord on your A and D string. Your 4 chord, of course, is straight down below it. Get my damper finger. So you've got 1, your 4 chord, your 5 chord just up 2 frets, 4. What am I doing? I'm sliding. Slide it, folks. That's why it's called a slide. Do all that stuff. Get used to it. But anyway, this is the way it's done. Period. Okay? So there is no more to it other than you working with it. I want you to work with all of these shapes. Again, you're working with the A shape. I'm going out of C this time. We're working out of the key of C. So here's a refresher from here on out, basically. So you got C. Play everything in C. You've learned all this stuff. You know, so it's just those. Do, re, mi junk. When are you going to use that? You're going to use that when it comes time to play melodies. Like. Then you go to F, but I'm going to use it in a D shape because I'm right there. So we're in C. And I recognize I'm going to F, but I can play it like a D chord. So I'm already there. So now I got to make up, now the whole band changes to F, but I'm thinking that D shape. Back to C. Now it's time to go to G. What is closest? An F-shaped G chord. So I could play. Back to C. I'm going to look at the D chord for the F. Back to C, G, shaped like an F, back to C. So that puts everything into perspective for you. So you're actually, if I was to show you without the slide, using for a C chord, you're using this. For your F chord, you're basically looking at that or this, like a D shape. Back to C, to G. So those are our shapes we're looking at for our slide. So if you're playing slow little stuff with the slide, look for your shapes instead of your actual chords. There's C, but it's shaped like an A. There's F, but it's shaped like a D. There's C again, but it's shaped like an A. Here's G, but it's shaped like an F. But you play your slide using those three chords. Those are the only three shapes that you need to play slide. That is it. Okay? That is totally it. Those three shapes. A chord, D chord, and your F chord are the only three shapes that you have to have. Okay. So, again, we're here in C. If you're wanting to play some of that raunchy down-home stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's there. Play it. We're going to C. We're going up to the F shape. All that is, the E and B string. Half step behind, slide into it. What I did there. Slid into it, then your F shape. Finish it out, but you can use your A string with it. We learned that down here. Right? That we can use the A and the D string together. So in C, I'm doing a seventh. I'm getting ready to go to the F. That's the closest one. I bet it looks like an A. So okay, so all this stuff we have been working on. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. That is slide playing. That's how you do it all. Okay, so to recap, so you don't forget some of this stuff, you can always rewind it and check it out, put it anywhere you want to. But again, in the key of C, that's where I'm going to keep you at for the rest of this video, I do believe, is you have that. And you have this. Remember? This here's just part of that. That one, I just picked one note. So I'm just going 6th fret to the 5th fret on the B string. And then hitting the G and letting it ring with it. I just simply went up to get ready to play the F shape. But I'm not going to finish it. I'm just going to do those two notes. I know it's there because there's the F shape. But I'm thinking this whole A thing, I want to finish it. So I'm thinking everything out of this. That's the only place where it ends up being part of that F shape, because of it does end there with that do, re, mi junk, and we just happen to have that B string under it we can use because of the F shape. That's a great one to use. That's that B string on the 3rd fret. And then slide it up to the 5th and add the G string. Seventh, we're getting ready to change to another chord. So that's a great way to get into that. Okay, and once again, don't forget the D shape is the one you're going to use the least, but don't forget it's there. Again, in C, we're way up here. You'll basically be using that for melody stuff more than anything as far as the D shape. So 99% of this stuff, I swear to you, is only going to be the A shape and the F shape. The D shape is mainly, like I said, for melody and another position for you to kind of... So just another position to play out of. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to show you my ugly little face again. Anyway, hey, that ain't even working for me. There, how's that? Okay, once again, I'm Scott Grove, and don't forget all these tips I've told you. I'm sorry if I bashed all your favorite guitar players and all your seamless dreams that they have. And I am totally getting brown now, so there's that look I told you I'd get at the beginning of the thing. That's what you get for an hour of wearing that. You're going to put it on for 3 minutes for a song. Anyway, that is it. That's all there is to slide playing. Is use your damper and use your slide on your middle finger, folks. Use your metal slide on your middle finger. Check this out. I'm playing rhythm. You can't do that with your slide on any other finger. You're the only guitar player in a band or something, you have to be taking up all that rhythm. Nobody else would do that. That's the only way to play it. If your slide was anywhere else, you could not be playing this. Now it's time for your solo. You gotta get back to that. Okay, anyway, once again, see, that is the only way it can be done. Proof's in the pudding right there, folks. Okay, once again, I'm Scott Grove. Have fun with this thing. Use your rewind button. Just use those F shapes and those A shapes, and you'll be great. The occasional D shape, but the damper finger, and you're just barely laying any pressure on that slide bar. That's all there is to this. So anyway, have fun. Knock this thing out. It is not hard to do at all. Okay? See you guys next time. Thanks. Enjoy.